Good morning. Sophionic body prayer. I remember moving through what I believe was Sophionic body prayer in one of my ayahuasca journeys a few years ago at the temple, and I don't believe I knew what it was at the time, and I believe that it's helped me in other ways over the years to connect to myself, my pillar of light, my voice, my body, moving energy, healing, Reiki. And it's taken me a while to connect the plant realm into this practice, but I can tell you that the practice of Sophionic body prayer has been living in me for 2 years in some form, which has been really lovely. Connecting with the plant through each pillar with the Sophionic body prayer hasn't really connected until now. The Pusatiya Sophionic body prayer helped bring it together into more awareness for me. And so I'm really appreciating that the integration of my internal apothecary is now coming into being for me. And I feel a really beautiful remembrance coming forward for me as I journeyed with this particular Sophionic body prayer. So thank you so much for bringing this forward. Angelica lives in my sacrum, in the roots of my being, and that was really fun to bring her back in. Immediately, my sacrum and hips and legs came down to root into the earth, and I was reminded of my connection with crows and hawks and walking, and had an experience this week where they came to me with some messages from Great Spirit, and she encourages me to continue my journey there. I've had quite a history with Great Spirit coming to me with messages, or the divine coming to me with messages through crows and hawks and owls, and so it's fun to reignite that connection through my personal awareness and Angelica. I've been drinking her in my teas a lot this week. Just felt really called to sit with her. Dandelion lives in my liver. She's a cleanser for me, and she's so sweet and gentle. Oat straw in my left breast, which was really lovely to feel a soft tingle and remembrance for me there. And rosemary lives in my heart, kind of in the center. I just love her. I wear her a lot as a perfume still, and blend her with a little bit of crystals and fresh rosemary. I love bringing her forward into my mornings. White rose and red rose. White rose still lives very dearly at the crown of my head, and she spins and opens with a golden light, which is really sweet to continue to connect to. She has not left me since we moved through the rose pillar, so it was really beautiful to merge her again into this Sophionic body prayer and root her down into the red rose that lives still very beautifully in my womb and through my yoni. I wrote some notes. Noirel, a golden light that lives in my spine. It's been beautiful. I literally feel her through my spinal cord and through my vertebra, just shining up and out through me, through all of my DNA strands, as I believe I painted. And it's been really interesting because I felt a lot of the golden light open and spark through me recently, through many experiences that are when I go to sleep. Last night I went to sleep and my womb pulsed, and I could feel the golden light of my body spark and radiate and tingle as I started to move into my restful state. And I believe that the golden light in that particular instance, which this is about the third time this has happened to me as I was moving into a restful state, moves into my pineal and starts to open up a little bit of my endogenous DNA and bring me into, or not DNA, DMT, excuse me, and bring me into this really interesting higher state as I go into sleep. It's just something I've been experiencing lately. And as I'm talking, I'm feeling like perhaps that's connected with my connection with Noya Rao. Ohia Lahua, as soon as I tuned in with her, my clitoris sparked of sweet innocence and connection there through the sacred union. So there's a sensual feeling there for me, and connecting sacred union through an innocence and play. And I really, I love that. And Yarrow lives in my solar plexus still. She sparks really warm, and I belch a lot with Yarrow in my solar plexus, realizing that there's still, for me, some purging, and she wants me to continue to walk with her through scent, so to wear her in perfume. I've been doing that as well. And as I move through all of this practice, there's just this beautiful scent of florals and charcoals and sulfurs, sparkles and connection and remembrance that just delight me and remind me that I'm more connected than I think. I sometimes don't give myself credit to the connections that I have, thinking that the doing of my life takes my connection away, and I believe that I'm probably not giving myself enough credit. Just sharing that vulnerableness in me that I've been experiencing this week with connection. So this practice has been beautiful and helpful and healing. Thank you so much, Sophia, for holding such a beautiful space for me, for all of us to acknowledge and remember that we're connected to all of these beautiful plants we've been working with all year.